Hey guys, welcome to day 12. So today's another rest day. Lucky to have 2 rest days back to back. And we are doing a little bit more stretching out the spine today and the arms, but we'll also be working through 2 vinyasas. So remember, that's when we come down to our down dog and then knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, I always call them chimichangas, and then up dog. So we're going to have 2 of those in there today, a little bit of spinal stretches, a little bit of forward folds, and it'll just be a really nice way to relax the spine, get some articulation going, and stretch out the back of the legs. So let's get up and we'll start standing. I might need to turn my mat a little bit here for you so I'm not having to keep turning sideways. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start standing with our feet hip distance apart with that nice strong base of support as always. Get yourself nice and comfortable. Pull those shoulders down and back. Take a deep inhale one more time, shoulders down and back. Let's clasp our hands in front of our hips and we're going to lift them up really slowly overhead while keeping the ribs connected to keep the abdominals connected to keep the ribs down. And then pulling the arms back down towards the hips. Inhale, lifting them up. And exhaling back towards the hips. Inhale up towards the ceiling again. This time we're going to add a windmill. So open your feet out to the width of your mat. And we're going to bend over to the right side. And then curve the spine, folding forward, sweeping our hands across the floor and over to the left side. And then lengthening up, rolling through the spine until you get to that side bend and up to the top. Inhale, exhale over to the left side, roll it around. So really flex the spine, articulating through all those vertebrae, sweep over to the right side, roll the spine up, and then lengthen up to the center. Inhale one more time, a little bit quicker. Over we go, roll it around. Rolling it up, and center, and over to the left, rolling it around. All the way to the other side, up and center. From there, we're going to separate the hands, turn the palms to face in front of us, pull those elbows down back and push the chest forward into our cactus stretch. And then back up, palms face each other. Let's walk our feet into hip distance, pull those elbows back, lift the chest, cactus stretch. Now from there, reach the hands out to a T, and then thumbs come down, hands come behind us, clasp the hands together, straighten the arms and pull those hands back. Inhale, exhale, roll yourself down into a forward fold, lifting those hands up towards the ceiling, feeling that stretch in the hamstring. And just staying here and breathing. Nice deep inhales through the nose, exhales through the mouth. Make sure the knees are really nice and soft. And just keep breathing. So in this forward fold, we feel that stretch through the front of the pecs and the deltoids, but also we get that really nice stretch down the back of the hamstrings. So another deep inhale for me, and on your exhale, begin to roll your spine back up, all the way up to standing, articulating and stacking those bony landmarks. Bring the hands back to the hips. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. Little back bend, salute the sun. Exhale, hands come out wide to the sides. We're going to step our left foot forward into our lunge and the right foot back. So come into that nice lunge here. Set it up properly. Make sure your knee is going directly over the toe and push that back heel right down. Draw the belly down and in, and then we're going to reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. And you're just going to give a gentle little side bend. So in doing that, you squeeze that back glute on that right leg and you'll feel a little bit opening down the right side there. And stay here and breathing in and breathing out. And if you need to, you can come back up and just rest for a minute and then come back down into that lunge. Lift that hand back up and a little side bend. So make sure you're just coming straight over to the side, keeping that chest lifted, and you will feel down the front of that right hip really stretching out there. And then lengthen up. We're going to step that foot forward. And then we're going to come into a forward fold. So inhale, reach the hands up, salute the sun. Exhale, open the arms wide, dive it down. Forward fold. Stay in our forward fold and walk the knees, pedaling one after the other. Feeling that space around the iliac crest, moving and releasing the tightness and the muscular attachments there.
And then still both knees, inhale, soft knees, exhale, roll the spine up one vertebrae at a time, lengthening all the way up to standing. Reach those arms up overhead. Inhale, little baby back bend, salute the sun. Exhale, arms go really wide, reach them out wide behind you. Inhale, reach it up, salute the sun. Exhale, reach them out wide. One more time, inhale, salute the sun. This time come up so you're standing nice and tall. Bend those elbows wide, push the chest forward, cactus pose. Reach it up, inhale. Exhale, cactus pose. Now from there, reach those arms out to a T, turn the thumbs down, bring the hands behind you. Clasp the fingers together, straighten those elbows, roll those shoulders down and back, shoulders down and back. Inhale, exhale, roll the spine down, one vertebrae at a time. Coming into that forward fold, allow the hands to be heavy and stretch towards the floor. Try and have the knees as straight as possible, straightening into those hamstring muscles and getting that nice stretch through the back of the legs, through the front of the shoulders. And stay here and breathe. Inhale and exhale. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Take one more inhale, and on your exhale, rise the body back up, keeping those hands behind you all the way up, stacking those spaces, hands in towards your hips. Inhale, reach the hands up, little baby back bend, salute the sun. Exhale, come out wide to the side. Now we're going to step forward with our right leg to come back into our left lunge. So right leg comes forward, knee directly over the toes, send that back heel, really push into it and drive it towards the floor. Squeeze that left glute, and then we're going to reach the left hand up towards the ceiling and come into a gentle little side bend. So just like in those windmills, make sure that you're just bent into the side. Keep squeezing that left glute and pushing the heel down into the floor. Get that really nice stretch through the insertion points of the obliques at the top of the hips and into the QL in the back at the top of the hips. If you need to, you can come up for a minute, inhale, and exhale, come back down, but just try and stay and breathe. And then we're going to inhale, lengthen up, bring the hands down, and we're going to step back and come into our forward fold. So inhale, exhale, nod the chin, forward fold. Stay here and breathe. So pedal the knees again, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come back into that fold, clasp your elbows or your hands into your elbows and just gently sway side to side. And then unclasp the elbows, take a deep inhale, exhale, roll that spine back up, squeeze the glutes to bring your hips directly over your thighs and lengthen all the way up. Good, we're going to step the right foot forward now into the feet are hip distance and parallel. And then turn your back heel in towards the middle of the mat, your right toes towards the ceiling, and sit it back for your hamstring stretch. And stay here and breathe. And this is where we're going to take our vinyasa. So we're going to move into that salute the sun forward fold and into our down dog and chaturangas. If that's not for you, you can come straight down into child's pose. So we're going to stand back up, walk that foot back. Feet back to parallel hip distance apart. Reach those hands up. Little baby back bend, salute the sun. Arms go out wide. Exhale, forward fold. Dive it down. Inhale and exhale to stay here. Stretching through those hamstrings. Now as you inhale, come up to your halfway lift. So hands slide up the shins. Back is nice and flat. Holding the spine nice and long, length through those hamstrings, and then exhale, forward fold. Stay here and breathe, inhaling and exhaling. Then take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, bend your knees, walk your hands forward, bring your shoulders over your hands, and then walk your feet backwards into your plank. Squeeze your glutes, hold your plank for one inhale and exhale, and then push yourself back to downward dog. Stay here in your downward dog, and you can walk your dog if you want to, pedaling one knee and the other, or you can just stay in that down dog. Now you can stay here with your down dog or come down to child's pose if that's for you, or you can bend your knees, look forward, and come back into your plank.
Hold your plank nice and strong. If you need to, put those knees down, uncurl the toes, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, pull it forward, little baby cobra or upward dog if that's for you. Back to knees, chest, chin, curl the toes under, push yourself back up and back into your plank and hold. Knees can be down if you need to, just keep here breathing, inhaling and exhaling. One more inhale, and on your exhale, push those hips up. Head, ears between the arms. Try and push those heels down. Push your thigh bones away from your face and breathe. Everybody, if you're in child's pose, come back into downward dog. We'll take an inhale, bend the knees, walk, step, or jump back to the front of your mat and forward fold. Stay here and breathe, and you can pedal one knee and then the other again, or you can sway side to side, or you can just stay in that forward fold and try and stretch a little bit deeper. And then take one more inhale, and as you exhale, roll that spine all the way back up to standing. Reach those arms up overhead. Inhale, little baby back bend. Exhale, hands come out, grab them behind your back and forward fold. Stretch those shoulders out, contract the quads. Find that nice stretch in the hamstrings. And breathe. Take another couple deep inhales and exhales. On your next inhale, drop your hands. Exhale, release. One more inhale, and as you exhale, begin to roll your spine back up. One vertebrae at a time, hips on top of knees, shoulders on top of hips, head on top of shoulders. Reach the arms up, salute the sun, inhale. Exhale back to center, arms come down. Inhale, reach it up, salute the sun. Arms go out wide as you exhale. One more time, inhale, reach it up. Exhale. Arms go wide. This time we're going to move into our cactus. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bring it to cactus. Inhale, reach it up. Salute the sun. Back to center. Pull it into cactus. Inhale, reach it up. And hands come down. And we're going to step back with the left foot. Get those knees pointed forward. Your left heel is going to turn in just a little bit. So your toes are pointing out a little bit, about 40 degrees. And then we're going to sit back as we kick the toes of the right foot up towards the ceiling and sit back and stretch that hamstring just a little bit deeper. And stay here and breathe. Exhaling, try and get a little bit deeper. Inhaling to rest. Exhale a little bit deeper. Then inhale, and as you exhale, come back up. Step forward. Feet are hip distance apart. Both are facing parallel. Reach up. Inhale, little baby back bend. Exhale, hands come out wide to the side. Clasp the hands behind the back. Push them away from the shoulders. Roll those shoulders down and back. Inhale. Exhale, roll the spine forward. Forward fold with that hamstring and shoulder stretch. Stay here and breathe. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Finding that nice deeper stretch on that exhale. And then you might want to release the hands. And you can either bring your hands behind your thighs and push your chest a little bit closer to your thighs, stretching those hamstrings deeper, or just stay and hang in that forward fold in a nice gentle bend. You can even sway your hips side to side a little bit. And then take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, roll the spine all the way back up, lengthening all the way up. Reach it up, baby back bend, salute the sun. Hands come down. Now let's roll it all the way down. Coming all the way down to the mat again. Touch the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, bend the knees. Step, jump, or hop back to your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, push yourself back to your down dog. Now we're not going to take the vinyasa this time. We're going to stay here on our inhale. And our exhale, and we're going to inhale, look towards the hands, and we're going to bring the knees down to the mat, coming into our quadruped position. So your knees are directly under your hips, your hands are directly underneath your shoulders, and we're going to do those cat-cows. So inhale, tip the pelvis forward, lift the chest, and lengthen the spine. Exhale, curl the tail under, pull the belly button towards the spine, round through the upper thoracic spine and look between the thighs. Inhale, start with the pelvis, then the belly button, lengthen the ribs away from each other and the spine. Exhale, curl it back under, come back into that angry cat. This time we're going to inhale and just come back to our neutral, and we're going to thread the needle. So we're going to reach our right arm in our neutral, reach our right arm out to an L or T, one-sided T, and then we're going to bend the elbow, slide the hand along the floor with the palm facing up towards the ceiling. And as we reach that palm along the floor, we bend the elbow and twist and bring our shoulder down to the floor. Inhale into that left rib cage, and as you exhale, push into that left hand to come back up, stack the spine, the arms, reach back out, and then place that hand down beside you. Inhale, reach the left hand out to your L or T. Exhale, slide it along the floor, bend the elbow, bring the shoulder to the floor and thread the needle. Inhale to stay and breathe into that right rib cage. Exhale, push into the floor, slide the hand along the floor, open it back out to that L. Exhale, bring it back to the floor underneath your shoulders. Take a deep inhale here, connect your toes, open your knees out a little bit wider, send your hips back and come into a nice extended child's pose. Stay here and breathe. Think about lengthening both sides of your waistline into that child's pose and breathing into the side of the rib cage so that your ribs expand, pressing into your inner thighs. And exhaling, drawing those rib cage away from the thighs, drawing the belly in. Take one more deep inhale, and exhale, drawing the rib cage down and in, and then slide the fingertips back one at a time until they're in line with your eyebrows. And then pull the belly away from the thighs, rounding through the spine like we do with that cat, to stack the weight up till we're on top of our sit bones. And we're going to come down onto our back. So bring yourself towards the front of your mat, feet are hip distance apart, grab onto the front of the knees, and then roll your spine back. So tilt that pelvis backwards, slide your hands along your hamstrings till you come all the way down to the floor. Feet sliding close to the bum, take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, roll your spine off the floor and come into your glute bridge. Stay here and breathe for a few breaths. Shoulders are relaxed, drawn down and back. Belly is connected still so that we're not arching in that lower back. I'm going to turn a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. And just stay here and breathe for one more inhale and one more exhale. And then on your next inhale, hold that, and then exhale, roll the spine back down one vertebrae at a time, lengthening back down to your neutral spine. Now open your arms out wide, about 40 degrees, and we're going to drop the knees over to the right side, looking towards our left hand for a spine twist, and then back to center and drop them over to the right side. Left side, sorry, and back to center. Keep that belly connected and the ribs down as you drop over to the right. Keep that left shoulder down. Back to center, and last one on the left. And back to center. From here, we're going to roll up to seated. So take a deep inhale, reach your hands up overhead. Then as you exhale, eye gaze follows your hands as you flex up. And then slide your feet away to roll all the way up and over, coming into a forward stretch. And then inhale, lengthen the spine up, come up to seated. Bend your knees in, and we're going to just do some C curves. So holding on to the back of the knees, elbows out wide to the side, you're going to inhale. And as you exhale, tilt the pelvis back, pull the belly towards the spine and look towards your pubic bone. Inhale to lengthen the spine back up on top of those sit bones. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale to lengthen up. Now, keeping that length in the spine, you're going to reach your hands behind you. Keep the elbows straight. Keep your feet where they are in that nice soft bend. And we're just going to drop the knees to the right side. And then to the left. So same as our supine, spine stretches. And you can allow your hips to lift with the movement, so you get a lot of movement in that lower pelvis. And over to the right. Last one to the right. And last one to the left. And then come into center. Now from here, bring yourself back up on top of those sit bones. Send your left leg down long and fold your right leg over top of the left. Then we're going to keep our hands, bring them just slightly behind you with your fingertips facing out. And you're going to start to slide that bottom leg in as you bring your right leg into a figure four stretch. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, lean in to that leg. So you might only be here, but you want to be leaning forward, pushing into that leg to get that nice stretch into the hip flexors there. Sorry, the lateral rotators. And then take a deep inhale, bend the elbows, place the foot down nice and long. Send the left leg over the knee. Open it out wide to the side. And then begin to slide the foot in. Lift the chest, inhale, exhale, lean in towards that knee. Keep dropping the knee out towards the side and bring your chest as close to your thighs as you can. Getting that nice stretch through the hip. Breathing deeply, keep thinking about lifting the chest. And then when you're ready, bend the elbows, take the foot down. Bring the feet together so the inside arches of your feet are connected. And then drop the knees out to the side. Lift the chest and a little baby back bend. Exhale, curl the belly in, look towards your pubic bone. Now from here, we're going to lengthen the spine and just walk those hands back up so we're sat nice and tall. Grab onto our ankles, slide your feet in a little bit closer if you want to, if that's for you. And lengthen that spine up. And then exhale, curl away. One more time, inhale, lengthen up. And then exhale, close your knees in together. And then open your feet out to hip distance. And roll your body back down onto the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Slide your legs away. And then open them out to the width of the mat. Let your toes fall out to the sides. Turn your palms up to the ceiling so that they're just a little bit away from the side of the body. And feel your body be heavy in the mat as you come into a resting corpse pose. In your resting corpse pose, we're going to focus on a new breathing exercise today. And it's the full Oyaji breath, so that you can cool your breathing. So when we're working really hard through our hard cardio exercises and even our vinyasa flow with our yoga, it's important sometimes to cool the breath. So that strong Oyaji breath helps us cool the breath. So our Oyaji, remember, is when you breathe in through the nose and then you do your loud sigh out. And what that does is help cool the air on the way out. So we're going to do 5 Oyaji breaths, and then we're going to add a vibrating breath to our series today. So get yourself nice and comfortable in your Shavasana. Let your body feel heavy. Let your abdomen rise and fall naturally, however feels comfortable for your breathing. And then take one more deep inhale and exhale. And now we're all going to inhale together. A deep inhale through the nose. And open the mouth, exhale. Pull that belly in. Inhale through the nose, allowing the body to be heavy in the mat. Exhale, open the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Two more times. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Last one. Inhale through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth. Now take one deep inhale and exhale, nice and normal. And then we're going to add a vibrating breath on our exhale. So it goes like this. You inhale through the nose and you keep your mouth and your teeth clenched. And on your exhale, you hum. So inhale, exhale. And then you breathe in again. So this time do to your right side, hugging your knees in close to your chest. Stay there for a full breath. And then whenever you're ready, push your left hand into the floor to push yourself up to seated and bring yourself to a comfortable seated position. Take your time to bring yourself up, and then when you're ready, you can open your eyes, bring your hands to heart center, and namaste. So well done, you guys finished day 12. We're back to some proper exercise again tomorrow. Not that yoga isn't proper exercise, but tomorrow we're focusing on the core. So it's not all sit-ups and crunches. We're doing a lot of leg balances and using a lot of standing exercises in order to control our core while we flex through the hips and the spine. So it's conditioning the core in a very different sort of way. Okay, so I hope you've had a good day today, a nice couple of days of rest, because we've got we've got 2 days coming up. So one is the core, and then we've got my favorite, which is intense singles. So no repeater rounds, just one round of every exercise. And it's intense, and we go fast and we go hard, but you feel great afterwards. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for joining me today for your rest and recovery session, and stay safe.